Welcome. Today, we are looking at pricing strategies. This is a key topic in your marketing exams for SS2. Pay close attention. Let us begin. First, let me explain the meaning of price. Price is the amount of money customers pay to obtain a product. Price is the only element of the marketing mix that produces revenue. All other elements represent costs. Price is also the most flexible element. It can be changed quickly, unlike product features or distribution channels. But setting the right price is not easy. Set it too high and customers will go elsewhere. Set it too low and the business will lose money. Price communicates value to customers. A high price may signal high quality. A low price may signal a bargain. Price must be consistent with the other marketing mix elements. A luxury product with a low price will confuse customers. A low quality product with a high price will not sell. Now let me explain the factors affecting pricing decisions. Pricing decisions are affected by three main factors. The first factor is costs. The company must cover its costs to stay in business. Costs set a floor below which the company cannot charge without losing money. Fixed costs are costs that do not change with the level of production. Examples include rent, salaries, and insurance. Variable costs change with production. Examples include raw materials and packaging. Total cost is fixed costs plus variable costs. The company must charge at least enough to cover total cost to make a profit. The second factor is customers. Customers' perceptions of value set a ceiling above which they will not buy. If customers do not think the product is worth the price, they will not purchase. The company must understand how much value customers place on the product's benefits. Value-based pricing uses customers' perceptions of value as the starting point. The company designs a product that delivers the desired value at a price customers are willing to pay. The third factor is competitors. Competitors' prices and reactions affect pricing decisions. In a market with many competitors, the company may have little flexibility. It must match competitors' prices or risk losing customers. In a market with few competitors, the company has more freedom. It must also anticipate how competitors will react to its price changes. If the company lowers prices, competitors may follow. If it raises prices, competitors may not follow, and the company will lose customers. The company must also consider the price-quality relationship. A higher price may signal higher quality. A lower price may signal lower quality. Now let me explain the new product pricing strategies. When a company introduces a new product, it can choose between two main strategies. The first is market skimming pricing. This strategy sets a high price to skim maximum revenues from segments that are willing to pay the high price. The company makes fewer but more profitable sales. Skimming works when the product is new and innovative, when there are few competitors, and when the high price signals high quality. Over time, the company lowers the price to attract more price-sensitive customers. Apple uses skimming pricing for its new iPhones. The second is market penetration pricing. This strategy sets a low price to attract a large number of buyers and gain a large market share quickly. The company makes many sales at a low profit margin. Penetration works when the market is price sensitive, when there are economies of scale, and when the company wants to discourage competitors from entering. Once the company has gained market share, it may raise prices or introduce higher priced products. MTN Nigeria used penetration pricing when it first entered the Nigerian market with low call rates to attract customers. Now let me explain product mix pricing strategies. These are used when a company has multiple products. Product line pricing sets prices across a product line based on cost differences and customer evaluations of different features. For example, a car company offers a basic model, a mid-level model, and a luxury model. Optional product pricing sets prices for optional accessories. For example, a car buyer can pay extra for a sunroof or better sound system. Captive product pricing sets a low price for the main product and high prices for the supplies needed to use it. For example, razors are cheap, but razor blades are expensive. Printers are cheap, but ink cartridges are expensive. Two-part pricing sets a fixed fee plus a variable usage fee. For example, a mobile phone plan has a monthly fee plus charges for extra minutes. By-product pricing sets a price for by-products to make the main product more competitive. For example, a meat processor sells hides and bones to other manufacturers. Product bundle pricing combines several products at a reduced price. For example, a fast food meal includes a burger, fries, and a drink at a lower price than buying separately. Now let me explain discount and allowance pricing. These strategies reduce prices to reward customer responses. Cash discounts are price reductions for buyers who pay their bills promptly. For example, 2/10 net 30 means a 2% discount if paid within 10 days, otherwise full payment due in 30 days. Quantity discounts are price reductions for buyers who buy large volumes. For example, buy 10, get 5% off. Functional discounts are offered to channel members for performing certain functions. For example, a manufacturer may offer a discount to a retailer for storing and promoting the product. Seasonal discounts are price reductions for buying out of season. For example, a hotel may offer lower rates in the off-season. Allowances are reductions for trade-ins or for participating in advertising. For example, a car dealer may offer a trade-in allowance for an old car. Now let me explain psychological pricing strategies. These strategies consider the psychology of prices, not just the economics. Customers do not always process prices rationally. Prestige pricing sets a high price to create a perception of high quality. Customers believe that expensive products are better. Odd-even pricing sets prices just below a round number, like 999 naira instead of 1000 naira. Customers perceive 999 naira as much lower than 1000 naira. Promotional pricing temporarily lowers prices to increase sales. Examples include loss leader pricing, where the company sells a product below cost to attract customers, and special event pricing, such as back-to-school sales or Black Friday deals. Reference pricing compares the product's price to a higher regular price. Customers feel they are getting a bargain. Now let me explain geographical pricing strategies. These strategies adjust prices based on the location of the buyer. FOB pricing means the buyer pays for shipping from the factory. The buyer owns the goods as soon as they leave the factory. Uniform delivered pricing means the company charges the same price plus shipping to all customers. This is also called postage stamp pricing. Zone pricing means the company sets different prices for different geographic zones. Customers in closer zones pay less for shipping. Customers in farther zones pay more. Basing point pricing means the company selects a location as a base and charges shipping from that base. Freight absorption pricing means the company absorbs some of the shipping cost to win business. Now, let me explain dynamic and international pricing strategies. Dynamic pricing means adjusting prices continuously based on demand, supply, and other factors. Airlines, hotels, and ride-sharing services use dynamic pricing. Prices go up when demand is high. Prices go down when demand is low. International pricing means setting prices for different countries. The company may charge the same price everywhere, or it may adjust prices based on local costs, competition, and purchasing power. Companies must also consider exchange rates. A price that is profitable in one country may be unprofitable after currency conversion. A common exam question asks you to explain the factors affecting pricing decisions. Here is a sample answer. Pricing decisions are affected by costs, customers, and competitors. Costs set a floor below which the company cannot charge. Customers' perceived value sets a ceiling above which they will not buy. Competitors' prices affect the company's pricing flexibility. The company must also consider internal factors like marketing objectives and marketing mix strategy, and external factors like the nature of the market and government regulations. Another exam question asks you to distinguish between market skimming and market penetration pricing. Here is your answer. Market skimming sets a high price for a new product to skim maximum revenues from customers willing to pay a high price. It works when the product is innovative and there are few competitors. Market penetration sets a low price to attract many customers and gain a large market share quickly. It works when the market is price sensitive and there are economies of scale. Skimming makes high profit per unit but lower volume. Penetration makes low profit per unit but higher volume. Another exam question asks you to explain psychological pricing strategies. Here is your answer. Psychological pricing strategies consider the psychology of prices. Prestige pricing sets a high price to signal high quality. Odd-even pricing sets prices just below a round number to make them seem lower. Promotional pricing temporarily lowers prices to increase sales. Reference pricing compares the product's price to a higher regular price. These strategies appeal to customers' emotions and perceptions rather than logic. Let me give you a quick summary. Price is the amount customers pay for a product. Pricing is affected by costs, customers, and competitors. New product strategies include skimming and penetration. Product mix strategies include product line pricing, optional product pricing, captive product pricing, two-part pricing, by-product pricing, and product bundle pricing. Discount and allowance strategies include cash discounts, quantity discounts, functional discounts, seasonal discounts, and allowances. Psychological strategies include prestige pricing, odd-even pricing, promotional pricing, and reference pricing. Geographical strategies include FOB pricing, uniform delivered pricing, zone pricing, basing point pricing, and freight absorption pricing. Keep reviewing, keep practicing. See you in the next topic.